And this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street Tire and Wheel, located in Northern Boulevard, Corona, New York, 11368. It is another glorious day here of True to New York Sports Talk miniseries with Lou, Boog, and we have the two men of the hour, Mr. Chet and Steele. And Steele is already playing with figurines while we are trying to run a show. And that is probably, is that an Isaiah Thomas and a Carmelo Anthony bobblehead? That's like Isaiah Thomas.
Actually, it looks like, no, they did a terrible job, but it's one of those little statue type things. So it's not a little bobblehead, but I was trying. I'm not home right now. I'm in Maryland. So
no, that's fair. I appreciate you.
Is that Phil Simms replacement that you have there?
Yeah, it's definitely Phil Simms replacement. It's definitely Phil Simms.
It's definitely Phil Simms replacement for sure.
I was trying to get my ambiance correct. You know what I
mean? Yo! What up, Chris?
Happy Friday. Hello, Lonnie. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show. We have a very exciting topics to discuss today. We're not doing trivia because Chet needs a break from that giant L he got last week.
Oh, well.
On Tuesday, I should say, right? So, right, you got the spanking.
I'll take a drink for that. There you go.
Take a drink for that. I agree.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything. I'm going with the, because I'm sponsored by them now, the High Noon Peach.
What is that?
We're sponsored by them.
High Noon? What? You ever heard of like the new seltzer vodkas? They're delicious. Stop making me curse, Boogie. God. Anyways, let's start off the show. So we're gonna have two discussions today. Boogie, what is our first topic of discussion for today? Who has been more disappointing? Dennis Smith Jr., Kevin Knox, or Frank Ntilikina? Who wants to start this off first?
Who wants to start the stink-a-thon?
No, I need to go last because y'all gonna beat me up.
I'll start this one. I'll take Ntilikina.
Okay. What else you got to say about him?
Yeah, I look at him. He was supposed to be the so-called. He had one good year. All of a sudden, now he's the point guard of the future, and all of a sudden, he can't even get off the bench. First off, I mean, and the Knicks team is not 100% great, but you need point guards. I mean, this guy's too error-prone, too turnover-prone. He only plays good when he plays for France.
So basically, you're trying to say that even though Phil Jackson's the one who drafted the guy for the triangle,
right?
Then ends up leaving, so the poor kid is still on the roster, and his only job was to run the triangle, right? He's a defensive specialist that's too shy to shoot, but he was brought in to a system where he wasn't really supposed to be a shooter like that. So is that really his fault?
And also, can I piggyback on that a little bit?
Go ahead.
I feel like when Frank got drafted, nobody every coaching staff that came along didn't want Frank.
I mean,
he was always in a lose-lose situation. He never really ever got the green light to say, you know what, go out there and fail. It was always
they told him to shoot. He's just that.
He never got the opportunity to go out there and say, go fail. Like, to me, I felt like if Frank Ntilikina would have got the minutes that Alfred Payton got, I think, and get that confidence.
Don't talk about Alfred Payton.
No. I'm just saying.
Lose upset.
I'm just saying. I feel like if he would have got those minutes and was able to build confidence, because if you remember, even the beginning,
he did get those minutes. He got Alfred Payton minutes.
No, he didn't. But remember when everybody was hurt and he started last year, when Tim first came on, he was playing pretty good. His 3-point percentage was up. His turnovers was down. But as soon as everybody got healthy again, he was relegated back to the bench. And
it's starting to sound like you miss him.
Huh?
Starting to sound like you miss him.
I don't, because I face reality. I was a Frank supporter.
Back to reality.
It's reality based. This is a reality based show. No, I like to be real, kick that real, and Frank ain't it.
So what's your opinion, Lou? Because now,
the biggest disappointment by far is Kevin Knox. I don't even understand why this is a question. Because first off, Dennis Smith Jr. should have been ours to draft when we first got him, but we picked Kevin Knox over this kid, right? Dennis Smith Jr. was a stud in Dallas until they got Luka. Okay, he was pretty good in Dallas. Then Phil Jackson drafted Frank Ntilikina, which was the wrong system for what Phil Jackson wanted us to do. And honestly, Kevin Knox has not lived up to any hype whatsoever that the Knicks expected this kid to do. There's a reason why he's been on the team for 3.5 years now, and the most he's ever scored is like 20 points.
Time out.
Yeah.
Guys, you do know now that Lou has said that Frank,
Thank you, Louis.
That Knox, now that Lou said that Knox is the most disappointing and he hasn't done nothing, you
He'll
do
be MVP
realize
next year.
Knox is gonna definitely be an all-star next year.
Yeah, he'll be MVP of the league next year. Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I'll take the L. I will take the L for what transpired yesterday with the Yankees game. I will take
And the
the L
other
on
games,
that.
when you went to the game and when you do all your polls.
I'll have a trick on that one.
Listen, I'm only
Guys,
0-3 going
if
to
you want to
games
make a
this
bet,
year.
just ask Lou what he thinks and then bet the
The
opposite.
opposite.
And you will make money.
Absolutely.
I might bet against myself.
But then you'll go against yourself and then lose to yourself, and there's gonna be a losing matter. So don't do it. Just don't bet.
Well,
Listen,
I'm going for Dennis Smith Jr., bro.
Oh,
I don't care what you say. I'm going for Dennis Smith Jr. How? Because, we should have drafted him. Okay, Dallas was like, get him out of here. All right? So the
Because
Knicks
you
was
had
like, so the Knicks was
Luka.
like, okay, we'll take Dennis Smith Jr. now. What did he do on the Knicks? He sat out. He did nothing. He got hurt. When he got in, he shot 10% from the field. The dude did absolutely nothing. He was trash. All he did was he in a dunk contest or something like that? Like that was the best thing he ever did.
And he laid an egg in the
And
dunk
he
contest.
failed in that.
He laid an
played
egg.
58
stinks.
games with this team in
You know
3
why
years.
this guy's the most disappointing? Because this
58
guy
games in
was
3 years.
highly regarded to be a good player, right?
Yeah.
The guy didn't live up to nothing. We traded him to Detroit for Derrick Rose. Thank you, Detroit, for not knowing what you're doing, because Derrick Rose was definitely great for us.
He definitely had a good year. I
Dennis
agree
Smith
with you on that.
Jr., he was talking all this trash when he got to Detroit. Oh, I'm in a better situation. I'm having so much fun, blah, 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 because he started the first 2-3 games. And then the Detroit coach said, yo, this guy really stinks. No wonder why the Knicks got rid of him. Bench, didn't play, and now he's lingering out there in free agency, hoping somebody signs him. Why? Because he's the biggest disappointment. Kevin Knox, he's disappointing. Don't get me wrong, because we definitely thought that he was a better player.
But there was no hype.
He has skills.
There's no
But
hype around him.
Frank Ntilikina, nobody even knew who this kid was. This was a 19 or 17. How old was he when he was on the
17.
17-year-old kid from France who wasn't even starting where he was from. We decided to draft him. So you can't expect this guy to be a disappointment because he's a nobody.
From the floor. That's all
Can I
you need
just
to know.
Can I interject real quick?
Nobody.
I'm going to read you guys some stats. Okay, I'm going to read you guys some stats because obviously you guys don't look at stats. 15 points a game, 5 assists, 3 rebounds a game. This was Dennis Smith Jr.'s rookie season as a Dallas Maverick.
With Dallas. Now, give me the stats as a Knick.
Has Kevin Knox or Frank Ntilikina even gotten close to that at all?
Okay.
How can Dennis Smith become the biggest disappointment?
Boog, let me. Can I get some? Boog?
Pause.
The reason why. Yeah. Oh yeah, just pause. The reason why he's the biggest disappointment is one, when Frank was stinking up the joint. Okay, and I can admit that now. When everybody thought out that Dennis was coming to the Knicks, everybody was hyped because they're like, oh, this is the person that we were supposed to get in the first place. He's gonna be.
Look, he can't even talk about it. That's how stunned he is that you guys was going to
was crazy.
5.5 points in his career over 4 seasons, shooting 38% from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
And by the way,
he's played over 200 games in the NBA.
Dennis Smith Jr. In 2018-19 averaged 14.5 points a game for us.
Check this out. How do you become disappointed?
When somebody doesn't live up to their expectation.
Somebody to be somewhere and they underachieve. Okay? Look at Knox. Yes, you expected him to be something, but you didn't expect no real big hype from him. You hoped. You say, hey, you looked at this guy play. Hey, this guy's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he has a good jump shot. He looks like he could take it to the basket. He has a pretty average handle. He can get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? He has the attributes to play defense. So, you know what? I think this guy could be pretty good. Frank Ntilikina, you didn't know nothing about the kid. The guy clearly could play defense, right? But where was your hype? Where was your expectation level? Low. Dennis Smith Jr.? Oh, yeah, he averaged 15 a game on Dallas. Yeah, he's great. Oh, my God, we should have drafted him. But then he gets here, and what does he do? He lays an egg. That's disappointment. That right there, to me, makes him the most disappointing person in this list.
Kevin Knox by far. It's not even close.
I say Ntilikina and Dennis Smith a close second.
Right. No,
I just can't see Ntilikina.
How is Kevin Knox even considered? The guy plays 10 minutes a game for the last 4 years on the team.
Well, you saw Thibodeau said he don't got no motor, bro. Like he's like not motivated. Like
you know the guy average 20 minutes a game himself.
He's not even trying. It's like, you know how some people just look like they're not trying. That's what he has that appearance of. You know what I'm saying? Not trying. So I don't know what it's gonna take to, you know, like he doesn't see reality that his career is about to be over if he don't start doing something. Because I don't even know if the Knicks are keeping him around or not. Like that's still in the air. I think they've been dangling him out there and nobody want him.
Kevin Knox averaged 12 points a game his rookie year, followed by 6, followed by 3.9.
I'm pretty sure his minutes went down too, right? Because he didn't play no defense though.
Right, minutes played. Yeah, he went from 28 minutes a game to 17.9 to 11. He's
so you can't say
digressing.
he didn't get an opportunity.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why he's disappointing. That's why he's the biggest disappointment. At least Frank Ntilikina is consistent.
He's consistently bad.
He's really bad, right? Exactly. Yeah.
But at least he had.
But that's why I don't think Frank Ntilikina could be the most disappointed because he's consistently bad. You didn't expect this guy to be good. You just hoped it. Kevin Knox, he was okay, but he was never good. Dennis Smith Jr. was the guy that's supposed to have been good. That was the guy who's supposed to have been an all-star. That was the guy you was killing the front office for not drafting. Did you say if the Knicks don't draft Knox, they're the worst organization in the world? Why? You didn't say that? Because you didn't expect Knox. Knox didn't have a name like that in the draft, but Dennis Smith Jr. did. You know what I'm saying? He was highly regarded.
Well, Knox was highly regarded,
and then he did nothing. Guess what? He's a disappointment.
Right, but these are also all first-round picks, so the expectation, regardless if they were supposed to be extremely good or not, there's still an expectation for all of them being first-round picks, in my opinion.
Now watch what happens. Next year, they will all become all-stars. You watch.
Well, Knox is definitely going to be an all-star now that Lou mushed him.
Mush, baby. Mush it. Listen, I don't regret anything I said yesterday, okay? It's not my fault that Aaron Boone brought in Zach Britton with a 5.5 ERA.
Why don't we let the crowd know
a lefty against 3 righties in the lineup. That's definitely my fault. Anyways.
Let the crowd know what you did to your poor Yankees.
I told them already. I blew the Yankees game yesterday by calling it out on our sports page. I said the Yankees came back. They're going to win this game. I'm hyped. And they lost. So now I've heard about it for the last 24 hours about how I'm a jinx for the Yankees and I'm not allowed to talk about them anymore.
Well, this started a couple weeks ago when you went to the game for your birthday. Started that. It says Kim Steamroller.
I'm 0-3 this year going to games. I've been to 3 games.
I'm
0-3 games.
Keep going. Lord Average says eventually you got to go to a winning.
I'm going to a Mets game next week. So
who are you rooting for?
The Mets. You can kind of bet the money line. Bet the money line on that game against the Mets. Please do that for sure.
Yeah, they play San Francisco, right?
San Fran. Yeah. So that should be actually a really good game. But all right, let's move on to other topics while we find out what the hell happened to Steele. Steele just died.
Steele couldn't believe that you guys was not picking Dennis Smith Jr. And I agree with him. I should leave too.
you know, yesterday's game, I saw a stat that actually was really, really funny. The Yankees are the first team ever to lose
in Iowa?
Game in Iowa.
Yeah, I see that.
I was like, all right.
By the way, Jeff, fun watching a modified softball field yesterday in that game.
In the back, right?
Modified softball field it was.
There was there was 6 home runs hit yesterday.
6 or 7, something like that.
It was pretty crazy. They put on the show. It was pretty good.
Listen, now, this is not a controversial question to me personally because I can't see the other side being argued for. So here we go.
Who has the greater impact for Big Blue? Michael Strahan, Lawrence Taylor. Oy, oy, oy.
If we can make arguments for both, okay. But myself, no
Well,
doubt.
Okay, check this
anybody's
out. LT is
LT.
the he's the best. You know what I'm
LT
saying? I can't understand
revolutionized.
what you could possibly say
Yeah.
to make me think that Strahan had a higher impact.
Strahan?
Yeah, LT.
Strahan.
The LT
Michael
coaches
Strahan.
coaches were coaching against him and not the offense. They were putting in schemes to try to stop him.
Stop LT.
Yeah, and they couldn't.
Yes.
And they couldn't. And the best game I thought he ever had.
We got a Strahan supporter out there.
Was
If
the
Strahan
day
doesn't come back, we don't win the Super
what do you
Bowl.
call it? That Rex Ryan decided to sit there and put a bounty out on him on a Monday night game with Philly, and he went crazy. Yeah, like four stacks. He almost killed Jaworski, for Christ's sakes.
Listen. Here's my thing with this discussion, Bug. Lawrence Taylor revolutionized his position, in my opinion, back in the 80s.
Yeah,
he changed defense completely, right? If you wanted to be someone, if you wanted to be his position, you had to prepare yourself to be exactly like Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. My thing with Michael Strahan is that obviously Michael Strahan is a great defensive tackle, right? Great defensive tackle. But if I had to pick somebody, like as far as like leadership wise, who made a bigger impact on the team, Michael Strahan was a great leader for the New York Giants back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, the reason why you guys don't hear what Lou is saying is because I muted his mic. Did he just say that Michael Strahan's a better leader than LT is? Lou, a better leader?
I think Michael Strahan. Growing up, I watched Michael Strahan. I wasn't alive when Lawrence Taylor was alive. You guys are old as fuck.
So
you guys are old.
You wasn't alive when Lawrence Taylor was alive?
I was 5 years old when he retired. I was 5 years old when Lawrence Taylor retired. You know what I mean? When Lawrence Taylor played. LT was phenomenal. Yes, not going to deny that. Michael Strahan and LT have cemented themselves in history of Big Blue as two of probably the best defensive players we've had on our team. So
LT
I can
has 2 Super Bowls. Strahan has 1 Super Bowl.
So what does that mean? Okay, so does that mean that let me see, Joe Flacco is a better quarterback than Dan Marino because Dan Marino has 0 Super Bowls?
How many legs did Strahan break? Disappear.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
Exactly.
Why does this always happen with my camera?
Joe, it's because your camera understands that you're embarrassing it.
Yeah,
you're embarrassing
that was just a freak injury. I hate to say that was, and I still
I
still scrounge the day I see that.
Yo, that was like people feared this guy. This guy's breaking quarterbacks' legs.
No, I know Lawrence Taylor.
He'll give you a nice little cover on the field. You know what I'm saying?
They were throwing the guard, the tight end, and the running back and trying to block him.
They're not fearing Strahan. They fearing Taylor. Taylor was striking fear with his own teammates.
This is very true. Do you guys see what Lewis said right now? Do you see what Lewis said?
What I got. Wait a minute. You want to bring up defenses? Let's bring up both their defenses, the team's defenses from those years. Who would you take? Would you take the Strahan defensive years or would you take the LT defensive years?
Strahan.
With all the defense.
Strahan defensive team.
You're out of your mind.
They were really good. They're the reason why we went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl.
Were really good. I ain't gonna lie.
You look at that. They had LT, Harry Carson, Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall.
Can I answer Lewis real quick?
Good.
Lewis, what are you talking about? LT didn't do anything that was against any rule. Like what he did in that game when he broke
No.
That could have been played in this game.
He's talking about in general, though.
Yeah,
there was definitely less rules.
Type of thing. He used to do that a lot.
Who broke his leg on a clean play? He was throwing quarterbacks around like rag dolls. Yeah, now he throw quarterbacks around, but that was a clean hit he had on him. You know what I'm saying?
It's Roger Jaworski. He must put it like 20 feet under like numerous times.
And these league rules, you still could be dangerous. I mean, yes, granted, they do put skirts on the quarterbacks now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you can't tell me that you think Michael Strahan had more of an impact on the defense than LT did? Like, yo, look,
Yeah, Steele.
No, this-
Steele is turned
Yo.
around now.
Yo.
Steele,
Yo.
he can't even stand
Yo.
now
Let
because
me tell you
he
what.
don't
Hold on,
understand Lou. He said, let's talk to Lou in a not Lou, this Lou, but Lewis in the comments. Let's talk to him in
Oh, wait, everyone
language.
turn your head so you can look at Steele. Everyone turn your head so you can
Yo,
see
I
what
gotta-
Steele
I
says.
gotta-
Hold
know what we're doing.
on. There we go.
Wait,
Hi, Steele.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
There we
he's
go.
in there.
He had a
That's
V8.
all they shot right here.
We'd have a V8.
Yo,
bro.
the storm came through just now and knocked everything out.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Oh, we thought you left because Boogie Hollis said Dennis Smith Jr. was the worst Nick of all the Knicks.
No, I'm actually on Boogie's side on that one, but continue. I want to knock the flow. Y'all keep going.
Actually, no.
Right now, if you look in
No.
the comments,
It's perfect
we're
timing.
arguing with Lewis right now. Well, obviously, I'm arguing with Lewis right now because he believes that Michael Strahan had a better impact on the Giants because of the rule changes. He feels that if LT was playing in this time, he wouldn't be as dominant as he was. He feels that Strahan was held back because of the rules. What do you think
No.
about that?
Well, Book, if I had a rope right now, I would have to do something to myself because I have to agree with Lou.
Oh my lord!
What?
I agree. I agree with Lou.
Why?
Even
He's still talking. Doesn't know he gets kicked off the show.
I can't even disagree with anything. What he said is facts. I agree.
It is true.
It's
It
a
true.
fact. It is a fact.
And every
So
year,
I'm on a sports show where people are actually trying to convince me that Michael Strahan had more of an impact on the Giants than Lawrence Taylor. Is that what I'm listening right now?
Just stats alone, didn't Strahan have more sacks than in LT?
Technically, yes.
Technically, no.
Right.
Statistically, yes.
I am gonna lay back and just relax. I want to hear
And
Boogie
the
try to
reason
find his
why
way out of
that
this one.
is-
Go ahead.
Find my
that the
way out of
first
this?
year-
It's
Is that
simple.
the first year Taylor was in the league, they did not count sacks as an official stat. And he had 9.5 sacks the first year. Taylor did. So Taylor had more sacks than Strahan overall, technically.
Listen, if was a spliff, okay? I don't care.
Let me
about
ask
what
you a question. Let me ask
Yeah,
you a
I'm
question. Now
listening.
that I drank my drink, let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
When teams said, "I'm going to play the New York Giants," right? Who did they say? You know what? We're going to have to triple team Michael Strahan so that we can get a W. Did they say that?
The year he probably had the most sacks, I bet you they did.
Oh, are you talking about the year when his
Brett
best
Favre
friend?
took a dive?
Oh, you mean the one sack
Brett
that Brett
Favre died?
Favre
Hey,
gave
let me
him?
lay down and
The
give you a
one
record.
sack that Brett Favre gave him, we're not going to
Oh.
give him credit for now.
So how are you going to?
So what about the other 19 and a half sacks he had? We're forgetting about those?
He had the sacks. See, you don't make me think. I'm not trying to say that Strahan was a bad player. Strahan was a Hall of Fame player.
He's
But
a
what
good
I'm trying
player,
to say is the teams was putting 3 to 4 guys on Lawrence Taylor. They were scared to death of
And
Lawrence
you look
Taylor.
at the best game Taylor
Okay?
ever had.
And you
was
can't
that
say Lawrence Taylor didn't have backup because he still had Carl Banks and all them on the team, just like Strahan had O.C. Umenyiora and Justin Tuck. But they had O.C. Umenyiora, Justin Tuck, and then later on, JPP came along towards the end of his career, right? So it's like they had basically a whole bunch of dominant frontline guys.
I don't think
Michael
JPP
Strahan,
played with him.
I think JPP arrived his last year, I believe.
last year?
Last year, I think one season.
Yeah,
One
his last
season,
year.
one season.
That's when they said, "All right, Strahan, you can get out of here now."
Okay.
We got JPP.
But listen, Strahan's influence on the game went further than the game. Like his influence on the field took him in other places that a lot of people have never gone. So his influence alone, Strahan's influence is supersedes LT. I love LT.
So you're gonna talk about the impact of Big Blue is being determined off of TV shows he's done after his career.
Yo,
hello. There was no
No,
social media back in the 80s in the early 90s when LT was playing.
Forget about this.
So he couldn't have had that opportunity.
I'm not talking about the social. I'm not talking about the social
If
media
you
aspect.
LT in one game, put on the Thanksgiving game against when he plays against in Detroit, had 2 bad knees, sat out the first half, and basically carried them in the second half at a 95-yard interception return for a touchdown, 4 sacks, and caused 3 turnovers.
So we're promoting the fact that he went to the locker room, got coked up, and came back into the game. Is that what
That
we're
is very true.
Listen,
That is
his
the
own
one
drug.
thing
that
I
was
will
just the
agree
drug
with
of
that.
choice at that time. I'm pretty sure Strahan was doing
Yeah.
whatever he was doing. But
When
listen,
you look at a game like
let me
that,
tell you something. You know what? They have stories about LT, not even just on the field, even off the field. Like they said, the dude used to like go to hotel rooms of the opposite team, of the team that they was about to play.
oh
And
yeah,
he used to act like he was throwing them a party. Like, hey guys, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Welcome to New York. Have these parties, get them all drunk, throw prostitutes up in their rooms and stuff like that, get them all messed up. So then by the time game time arrives, they all tired and partied out, and he's sitting there. You know, this dude he was playing chess while they was playing checkers. Like this guy was making an impact off the field and on the field.
Yeah, but
They have
Lawrence
tons of
Taylor.
stories. Strahan, what's Strahan doing?
Lawrence
All right,
Taylor
guys,
was also.
let's go, guys.
Lawrence Taylor
Let's
was.
go.
Lawrence Taylor was visiting people with drugs while Michael Strahan was visiting the dentist office. Okay, that's the only thing I will say. That Michael
And
Strahan
still, he couldn't even
was
come to the
still
dentist's office
a
because he still has the
positive.
gap.
Michael Strahan. If you're going, listen. The
Sorry,
question asks who had the greater impact for the Giants. Okay, obviously they both did, but more of a positive impact
Was
for
Michael Strahan.
as an organization was Michael Strahan.
How?
Because
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor was a drug and alcohol abuser.
Lawrence Taylor was the greatest defensive
Greatest
football player
linebacker, remember,
we've had
he's a top 5
ever.
of all time in football.
Ever.
Period.
All right, and Pete
Ever.
Weber's,
Listen,
Pete
we're not
Weber
talking about.
is one of the
He's the
best
top
PBA
100
bowlers.
player in NFL history.
Pete
Not
Weber is
Strahan.
one of the best PBA bowlers of all time, but he still does coke before he does a PBA tour event. That's not a good impact. This is who has the greatest impact on Big Blue. Michael Strahan.
It's not who got the greatest background. It's who had the greatest
it's like
impact.
on
That's
the
nothing
field.
to do with that.
On
That's
the
not
field.
to do
But-
with anything.
Timeout. Can I get a timeout, guys? The question
Yes,
does not say on the field. It says has the greatest.
Impact for the Giants.
What does
And
that
on the field don't count?
what does his drug use have to do with impact? They didn't say who has the best background or who has who's squeaky clean. That's not what the question
Do you
is.
guys
It's
know
who got
back
the
in
biggest impact?
Back in the 80s, Darryl Strawberry was bringing girls in the middle of games and having sex with them while he was playing professional baseball, and it was ruining the integrity of the team inside the dugout. That is not
they
a
won
good.
the World Series. How is it ruining their integrity?
He was on the team more than 1 year.
Listen, they were sharing drugs the whole dugout. You had Keith Hernandez, Doc Gooden. They was all doing drugs together.
They all were.
Look at Lenny Dykstra. He's still hopped up on drugs right now.
Lenny Dykstra's
Okay,
crazy.
so don't
Lenny
talk, that's what I'm saying. You
Lenny
talk about
Dykstra,
biggest
yeah,
impact.
exactly.
Darryl Strawberry was still the leader, one of the leaders on that team, because Gary Carter
Right.
was squeaky.
Look,
Okay, perfect example. Gary Carter was squeaky clean, right? Did he have a bigger impact on the Mets than Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden?
And who's in the Hall of Fame? Who's in the Hall of Fame?
They did drugs?
Who's in the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's in the Hall of Fame because he played a long time. Those two guys.
Oh, is that all it
decided they
takes is to
loved
play a
drugs,
long
and
time
they
to
didn't
get into the
wanna
Hall of
play a long
Fame?
time.
That's all it
Paul
takes
had
to play
great
a long
numbers with
time
the
now?
Expos before he came to the Mets.
Stop it.
He was a Hall of
Yes,
Famer
sir.
before he got to the Mets. He got to the Mets till the
He
end of his
was.
career. He was a Montreal. He went
What?
in as a Montreal Expo. Why?
Well, hold on.
Because
Yeah.
How did
he was already a Hall of Famer.
God,
I don't know how we got
how
to
we
this
get
point.
that?
So
How we got
now
to
you're gonna
that?
tell me that Michael Strahan had more of an impact because he didn't do coke? No,
Exactly.
That's
That's
ridiculous.
bold. That's bold.
That's ridiculous. What kind of
Yo,
argument?
wait,
is that?
hold on. Y'all like to do stats. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. Who had more Super Bowls?
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence
Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, so the one goes to LT, right? Whose career was longer?
Strahan by 1 year.
Stand by 1 year.
Okay.
14 to 13.
Forgetting about all the nonsense that LT did. When it comes to Big Blue and the face of the franchise, not negatively, but who had the most positive impact on Giants football?
Lawrence Taylor.
Michael
Positive-
Strahan.
Eli Manning before Strahan.
No, we talking about two.
Eli
people.
Manning
LT.
benched
we talking
Phil
about
LT
Collins.
had more interceptions.
No, I'm not
LT
talking
had
about all
more
the-
touchdowns, and technically
had
LT
more
had more
sacks.
sacks.
Okay.
LT had more everything. The
But if
only
you
thing
wanna-
he got less than
More
Strahan
defensive
was
player of
gaps
the
in his
year
mouth.
honors.
But if you want to say, yo, this guy to represent the brand of Big Blue, who are you going to pick?
Is that what the
Michael
question said?
Strahan.
Is that
I'll
what the
pick it
question said?
LT.
What player you want to represent Big Blue? That's not what the question says.
Yeah.
But
Who has a
we're
greater
talking
impact?
That's not what the question says.
we're talking about an impact.
Impact.
Could be
What's impact
im-
mean?
impact could be on the field. It could
Okay.
be social
Okay.
media. It could be off the field activities. It could be a lot. A community impact can mean a lot of things, and I think LT don't check all those boxes. I think Strahan does. I mean, just to be fair, LT, and we're just doing field play, LT hands down. But the total package is Strahan.
Let's
Who do you want your
Yes.
kids to be? Who
Let
do
me
you
ask
want
you a
your kids to
question.
be more of a role model? Michael Strahan or Lawrence Taylor?
Oh, so role model is bringing the best.
that
out
was
That's
a
part of
role
it.
model.
It's
Role
part of the
models
impact.
now.
It's part
Part
of the impact.
No,
Agreed.
it's not part of the impact. That has nothing to do with the impact.
Let's
Come
put
on,
it this
bro.
way.
Come on.
That's nothing to do with
LT
the
won an
impact.
MVP of the league when
Yo,
defensive
Beastburg,
players were not winning
what are they
MVP of
talking
the
about,
leagues
bro?
in the 80s.
Flex, what are they talking about? Please, guys,
Listen,
help
Think
me
about
out.
that.
This
only thing
makes
I'm gonna say is
this makes no sense what I'm hearing right now.
as a
Because without
Jet
LT,
fan,
you don't have the
Well,
guys playing
listen.
today like J.J. Watt, guys like that, unless he didn't revolutionize the position of defense, period.
listen, on the
Period.
field, if we're talking about on the field, LT
On the field,
is
LT all
is
day
no
long.
comparison. LT was the best on the field.
Greatest impact for Big Blue.
On the field, but total impact player.
What impact are you gonna have off the field, bro? What impact are you gonna have off the field?
Just check
What
any
impact?
box.
What Super Bowl brings off the field? Tell me. When Strahan did a TV show outside, how many Super Bowls did that get the Giants? None.
At least one.
None. No, that got them none. Zero impact.
It didn't bring the Super Bowls, but it brought more light to
Ain't that what you?
New York.
Ain't that what you shoot on? You shoot up for, right? You shoot up for
but
winning a Super Bowl.
however, but bringing more shine to the Big Blue brand.
More what? They don't need to sell more
They don't
jerseys.
need it.
They need rings.
Come on.
That's what they're
stop
there
it.
for. They didn't
Stop
win
it.
a Super Bowl.
Stop
Sell
it.
more
Stop
jerseys?
it.
Oh,
I
so you
mean,
mean to tell me?
listen.
So you mean to tell me LT didn't sell any jerseys?
He
You
sold
better
a lot of
fact check.
jerseys.
You better fact check that.
LT was one of the
I'm
top
saying-
players
You
of
better
all
fact check
time.
that because
I'm
I
just saying-
guarantee you,
I'm
I
just
guarantee
talking
you,
about-
a LT jersey is more expensive than a Strahan jersey right
It
now.
is.
But I bet you there's more Strahan jerseys sold because they weren't selling jerseys back in the day.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you're gonna tell me if you get a true Giants fan, right? And you say if you had a choice, which jersey would you want to have, Michael Strahan or LT? Whose jersey are they gonna pick?
I have
LT
both.
100 out of 100.
I bet you it will be an LT. Yeah,
LT 100 out of 100. Period.
Listen. If a new Giant fan, a young Giant fan kid comes along, and their parents are talking about the game and the impact on and off the field, and they say, "Son or daughter," because this world got to be unisex. Which jersey do you want? They're gonna say, "Hey, that guy that's on TV, I want that Michael Strahan jersey." Say if I'm out in the street and I'm with the guys in the
If
corner
they're
and we
looking at
just
him on
talking
TV, they're not
football,
gonna know that he played for the Giants because he doesn't even promote Giants on his shows.
I mean, he doesn't
Yeah,
have to
so
anymore.
wait,
He's
He's
past
so
passed
what do
out
you
a
mean?
lot of times
he was.
since he's
He
been out of
was.
football. Strahan has. I hate to say it.
He has. When he was on
He has a
that
lot.
Kelly show, he talked about the Giants a lot.
No, he took
And
off football.
he also does football before he does broadcasting before.
And that's where he
game on
brags about the
Sundays.
Giants. But then he's with
Yeah.
Michael Irvin, who did drugs, and he's on
Yep.
TV. Oh, Impact! What happened to the Impact there?
I don't give a shit.
Listen,
Drugs only.
Dallas
drugs
Cowboy
only
fan.
counts on the
Listen.
Giants. I understand.
Dallas
Listen.
Cowboys.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Who gives
That
a
makes
crap?
sense.
Listen.
That argument only works per team, apparently.
Look,
Simple
my Uncle
as this.
Vinny,
LT
Boogie,
100
you're
out of
missing
100.
the point.
I'm
Boogie,
missing the point.
you're
Vinny?
missing the point, bro. You're missing
I'm not
the point.
missing the point.
I want Vinny to tell me what the point is. Vinny,
Yeah.
you tell me what
It
the point
says
is.
the
You
greater
tell me
impact
how-
for the
you tell me how
Giants.
Strahan's
Lawrence
TV
Taylor,
shows
that's not
is
up
more
for
of
that.
an impact than LT, who's the greatest football player the Giants had. Please tell me.
He's top 5 of all time
I'm
in
waiting
the
for
NFL.
Vinny
Enough
to give me
said.
a real reason.
Enough
Vinny, who
said.
only shows up when Lou's here. I want to see what he
I don't
says.
blame him. I'm good looking and I'm the best person on the
do me a
show.
favor. Turn his mic off right now.
Yeah,
You
please.
know it's LT. Yo's LT. I mean, yo's Vinny is not even commenting because there's nothing to write.
Anyways,
There's
this
something to write.
this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street
My hair's
Tire
down,
and Wheel.
Let me ask LT. Let me ask Strahan a question. Strahan,
Don't mimic Strahan right now. I'll come over to you. Don't.
Strahan, are you better than LT? There you have it. There you have it. Strahan
right.
said it himself.
All right. Well, look. Unfortunately, Strahan, that is correct. Strahan doesn't have a gap anymore. They did close that up a little bit.
No, that was April Fool's.
They really did. Oh,
Oh,
he said
he finally
if they need a person representing the corporation meeting, they will choose Strahan. A million percent. He's
Why are you
right.
talking about a corporation meeting? What does that have to do with the impact of Big
Greater
Blue?
impact of the Big
You
Blue.
made me wait 5 minutes for you to write that, Vinny? 5 minutes for that?
Come on. Are you
A
serious?
corporation meeting?
Yo.
He's right.
Well,
I'm outta here.
hey,
What
That's
bro.
right.
corporation have to do with it?
He's right.
Come
But
on.
anyways, guys, this is our half-hour show. Of course, we go over as going forward. This Tuesday, though, Mr. Chet coming back on top with his 4-1 record is playing up against Danny Muchacho next Tuesday. We'll be talking about the Mets and the Yankees. Boogie, you all right there, buddy?
Why'd you put me back on the show?
All right, I'll see you later. That's fine. All right, so
Me and Vinny have a problem because he's talking about corporation meetings when LT's the greatest defensive football player we ever.
all right. But anyways, we will see you guys on Tuesday. Coming up, we will be talking about the Mets and the Yankees. Chet will be once again putting down the throne to kick Danny Mooch's butt. Listen, Chet is pissed that he lost. He's super pissed. He didn't talk to us for 3 days. All right. So now he's ready to go. He's been doing his studies. And it is time for us to get Chet back on that winner's bracket because we don't want to keep giving out $50. Chet, you're costing us money, Chet.
Oh, well,
God.
sorry.
That's all right. But all right. Anyways, yeah. What's up, Steele?
I just want to, before we go, just want to shout out, to my bowling fam out there. Shout out to the North for taking the money, taking the title, taking the business, taking it to the South.
Oh, the North
shout
beat
out
the
to
South.
New York
Good,
and everybody
good.
up top. You know what
That's
I mean?
right. Take that, South.
Shout out to everybody. Yeah.
Give him a spanking.
Thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So salute to everybody out there in Battle Bowl. Do y'all thing.
Right. And until on Tuesday, guys, Chet, Steele, Boogie, all right? Go take some high blood pressure medicine, bro. Go take some high blood pressure medicine and have a drink. And we will see you guys on Tuesday.
Vinny's driving me to drink.
That's okay. My family does that to me all the
It's
time.
empty.
Right?
Next time I look for greatest players, I'm gonna make sure that they are good enough to have corporation meetings.
Right.
Yeah, listen, they have
good.
to be well rounded, bro. This is a new society we're in, man. You have to be balanced.
Yeah.
Danielson.
But until Tuesday, guys, you guys have a good rest of your day. And preseason football's been already going on.
Right.
We're going to have our show very soon on Sunday mornings. We're going to talk about all that coming up. We'll have a flyer for that very soon.
I hope Daniel Jones stays clean so he can do corporate meetings after his career.
That sounds
shout out to the New York Knicks Summer League tonight. Stay tuned.
Sounds good. You guys have a good rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.